talking about Indonesia, Indonesia is an archipelago country, the homeland of thousands cultures and languages. If you ever read a book by Elizabeth Bisani, Indonesian, etc., The Incurable Nation, you will have a picture about the cultural differences here. The two sides of coin. One side, it becomes something valuable for the country, but the other side, that can be barrier to transfer knowledge for the health behavior. Recently, the health problem that become public health challenge in Indonesia is tuberculosis. Based on WHO report in 2017, Indonesia take a position as second larger number TB cases in the globe. Number of TB cases in Semarang itself reached 3,251 cases, and the risk factors that has been found are knowledge, attitude, behavior under TB prevention, and also health literacy. There consists of three main activities. The first is training for a student about the content. It's about the tuberculosis literacy, and the second is training for the student about health literacy, and the third is field practice, which is students have to visit the Islamic boarding school, or we call here as Pondok Pesantren, which the Pondok Pesantren is by Salam. The activities that has been done by student is visit there for 10 times. Visits with each visit, students have to sharing knowledge and practice with students. Overall purpose of these activities is helping to prevent pulmonary cases among students, facilitate health change behavior by empowering their own community, develop competencies of public health students on facilitation with community on different culture, and the last is to develop public health students competencies to analyze steps of health behavior change by follow-up intervention with 10 times visited.
There are some. First, Indonesia has a big population, and secondly, as the incidence rate is high, and then right now is MDR, multi-drug resistance, is going increase, and the last is the lack of adherence, drug consumption. So this is the reason why we have to focus on TB. PPTI is a community organization, this is an NGO, so we focus for empowering people, empowering community. For example, we have a collaboration with university and other organization, and we try to share the health promotion to community, and share the responsible that we have to do together, how to control this disease. And the others focus in promotion and prevention.
everyone can experience tuberculosis. Since Indonesia, TB prevalence is high and case finding hasn't reached the target. Why we start the Islamic boarding school, or in Bahasa we call it Pondok Pesantren, to deliver TB literacy? In the Islamic boarding school, and we call pesantren, student we call it santri, live in the same place 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Even they sleep in the same room and do many activities together. So the situation are risky to the tuberculosis infection. So we need the santri has capacities to aware about the tuberculosis symptoms, then do the right behavior to prevent tuberculosis and promote their health.
Nggak lebih dari setengah jam dari kampus kita. Ternyata mungkin ada kultur yang berbeda antara kita dengan mereka, gitu kan? Apakah kultur mereka harus dibuat sama dengan kita? Apakah kita harus sama dengan mereka juga? Enggak, ya kan? Enggak, karena masing-masing kita punya kultur yang berbeda, ya punya kultur yang berbeda.
When we planned the TB literacy program, at the first time, we met a doctor and health officer from health center in the area of Pesantren. We were surprised that health center faced barrier to access Pesantren and did some program there. For example, Pesantren refused health center when they wanted to do surveillance in dengue hemorrhagic disease. So this information changed us approach the Pesantren intensively. After some discussion, we knew that the problem is not about rejecting the program, but there are some rules to do interaction with santri, like the female cannot enter the male santri room and female cannot contact physically to male. After some discussion, finally we could approve the TB literacy program in Pesantren. So we train our students with health literacy principles. Health literacy is not only delivering the content but also understanding the context.
After finish the capacity training, students ready to implement their knowledge to Pondok Pesantren. days from early morning to evening. Then they have to study all about Islam comprehensively.
Masalah kesehatan yang sering dihadapi santri di sini adalah yang pertama penyakit kulit. Memang hampir di seluruh asrama, baik ya kecil atau besar atau tua, itu penyakit kulit ini cepat sekali menular. Nah, ini yang sering dihadapi santri, pertama penyakit kulit. Meskipun sudah kita upayakan mulai dari kamar mandinya itu, ya masih ada 1-2 kadang penyakit gatal ini terjangkit. Meskipun kalau dibandingkan dengan tahun-tahun sebelumnya ini sudah jauh meningkat, sudah untuk kesehatan kulit ini sudah jauh lebih baik daripada tahun-tahun sebelumnya. Kemudian yang kedua, ini selain penyakit kulit itu penyakit batuk. Ya, kadang santri itu kurang pandai memilah makanan mana yang bisa menyebabkan radang tenggorokan, mana yang tidak. Nah, sering-seringnya seperti itu. Ya, jadi penyakit kulit dan radang tenggorokan mayoritas.
mensupport adanya kegiatan di pondok pesantren, karena pondok pesantren itu suatu komunitas publik yang cukup banyak, biasanya santri-santrinya, dan tempat berkumpul yang kalau pondok itu kan 24 jam ya, mereka berinteraksi dengan teman sekamar dan sebagainya, sehingga sangat menimbulkan potensi kalau ada masalah gangguan penyakit. Percontohan dalam hal pemberian kesehatan, karena ada suatu masalah kesehatan, misalnya masalah penyakit menular, termasuk TBC, demam berdarah, diare dan sebagainya, gampang sekali terjadi penularan di dalam pondok sendiri, sehingga kita harus benar-benar memberikan kerjasama yang baik dengan pondok untuk pondok sendiri akhirnya mampu ya mengatasi dan mau memberikan akses untuk layanan kesehatan di pondok pesantren.
Pondok pesantren has their own rule that must obey by everyone who want to access the pesantren, including health officer. Ustadz said that they are welcome to health innovation.
Itu tidak benar, terbuka. Anda bisa lihat pintunya dibuka terus ya. Jadi kapan saja atau siapa saja yang berkunjung ke Baitul Salam, sholat di masjid kita, ini terbuka untuk semuanya.
There is a rule in Pondok Pesantren that santri do not allow to have interaction with opposite sex.
And all the people say,
because of the situation, the male student doing activities with male santri, and the female student separately doing activities with kindergarten student inside of the santri.
Learning process is not only in the classroom. The student have to know the real problem in the community because we prepare them as a public health expert. So we give them the field work experience in the community. By facing the real issues, the student will practice how to communicate with different kind of people, with different background, belief and culture. In the case, a student from two concentration, health promotion and epidemiology work in the Islamic boarding school. They do visit, identify the problem, plan the activity, the group of community, make the improvement and surveillance program. And finally, they have to do evaluation, writing report, and present their experience. The activities, the student will have a good soft skill and sensitivity community problem. On the other hand, the community will have benefit. They get new knowledge, new idea, and awareness of their problem. Then try to make solution improving health. It's such a very good collaboration between university as public health programs and community.
Literacy is very important for individual, community, and organization. To make health literate people, health literate community, and health literate organization, we have to implement health literacy principles. When I talk with Santri, I try to play, encourage questions, studying, but I found that sometimes people who are not talkative, when you want to get information, you can't use because they will answer yes, okay or no.
Don't forget to give them opportunity to teach back. It will ensure their understanding.
And show example. We can discuss case in their everyday life. They will feel easy to know that health behavior, that more is more, confidence to do them. The very important way to do good communication. We have to know our audience. We speak with their language, use their language, and avoid jargon.
That's right, and don't push them to receive too much information at the same time. Speak slowly.
Work with the Pesantren community, it's experience to me, something that I've never done. We have different beliefs, different value, different religion and norms. To be involved in the community, we have to respect and understand each other, so we can have effectively communication and easier to make them change behavior to make help.